So you're an artist. Spent hours perfecting your craft and you're starting to understand what people mean when they say starving artist. But you think that you're finally ready to start monetizing your craft. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I make money as a 20-year-old self-employed artist and how I've been doing so for the past 2 years. Selling my art. To me, this was a new concept, but I was determined. So I set out on YouTube trying to figure out exactly how I would go about selling my art. And through hours of research and reaching out, I finally got my first commission, which brings me to my first point on how to make money as an artist: commissions. Now, commissions for me are the most entry-level way to make money as a digital artist or an artist in general. It's mostly when someone pays you to paint something or do a graphic specifically for that person. So now in my experience, there are a couple things that you need to kind of think and take into consideration when taking on commissions. The two kind of things you want to start off asking yourself is, where am I going to find this person to pay me to do this drawing for them? And secondly, how much am I going to charge them? I'm gonna go through both. Where to find clients? For me, most of my clients when it comes to commissions comes from my Instagram page. My first client was actually one of my close friends, and she paid me $10 to do a drawing that took more than $10 worth of time, but it was a start. So understanding that when you're starting off taking on commissions, you aren't gonna get that much money from them because probably gonna be your close friends, your close family. You also haven't had experience with drawing for other people. And so many times the first couple commissions that you're taking on, that you're drawing, aren't actually going to be that profitable, but you're gaining experience, which is the most important part. So for me currently, most of my clients come from Instagram. A lot of people hit me up on Instagram from my followers or from people who've seen my art from other people and just ask me to paint them portrait or album cover, a children's book cover, all those things, because they've seen my portfolio, they've seen my experience. Kind of what I recommend for you is to constantly be posting your art on your Instagram or wherever you post your art so people can see your sort of portfolio and gauge whether or not you're the right fit for them when it comes to drawing something. But obviously at first it may just be family and friends wanting to support you, which is great, but as you advance, you want to kind of have a kind of display of what you're capable of. The second thing that I kind of want to address when it comes to commissions is, how much am I going to charge for this commission? Now, when I was starting off figuring out how to charge for my commissions, I was met with no help from people and figuring out how I should actually price it. I was always given like a weird range between like $10 to like $500, and I'm like, so what do I charge then? Like, it's always like this weird range. I kind of came up with a little bit of a formula for how I price my commission. So for my commissions, basically, I took the time that it takes for me to do a single print. Let's say on average, it takes me about 5 hours to complete a print or to complete a drawing. I don't want this to be a minimum wage job. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want this to be a minimum wage job. Minimum wage in Canada, or in Alberta I should say, is $15. And if I wanted a minimum wage job, I'd go work at McDonald's. But this is my art career. And so what I do is I take the amount of time that it takes me to do a print and then multiply it by let's say for me on average $20. So I have $100 per print. That's the baseline. And then if this person is asking for a bigger project or like a commercial use project, then I would change that based on what exactly they're asking for. So if someone's asking for a children's book, obviously I'm not going to charge them just $100. That's probably 10 to 15 illustrations, ideations, and you're also going to make money off of it. So I also have to take these things into consideration. If someone's doing an album cover, that album cover is going to make them money. I don't use royalties because I don't know how to use them, but kind of depends on the person and the project. So with the baseline, that's kind of just like an estimate. If it takes me more time, I will charge more, and that I kind of estimate my time based on the sketch. So a lot of times I take what the person described and I create a sketch, and from that sketch I can be able to determine how long it's going to take me, because I've been doing this for a while, so I kind of know how long each piece is going to take me and what is required for each piece. And so I take that and I take it to the client. That's the first way in which I make money as an artist: commissions. The second way in which I make money as an artist is selling my prints and stickers and posters and just selling my art in general. This way takes a little bit more logistics. I have done so much research, especially for places in my area. You need to, if you're gonna go this route, you do need to do research to what printing companies are available, what shipping companies are available, packaging, all these things. You kind of need to do your research. There are kind of a couple of things that you need to keep in mind for this one. The first thing is, where are you going to sell your prints from? For me, I personally have my own website, so I sell all my prints from my website, housecomposite.ca, where people can just go to my website, find what they need to find, add it to their cart, and buy it. And then everything, all the information, all the prints that they ordered, all that information shows up on my screen, and then I package them and ship it to them. There are other options. A lot of people use Etsy. I personally didn't go with Etsy because they take a portion of your money. Kind of sucks. Some people word of mouth or vendor markets or other website platforms. Some people use Redbubble. Redbubble is also really good. There are so many ways in which you can sell your art. I guess the most complicated bit is understanding printing and shipping. I'm gonna put you guys on for a sec. If you guys live in the Calgary area, for printing, Little Rock Printing is really good. Their customer service is amazing. Their prints are great quality, and they're not gonna break the bank. For shipping, I personally use Chit Chat, which is like a courier service. Courier service. They're like the middleman, but it's cheaper than Canada Post. That's for my Canadian babes out there. But yeah, so the third way that I make money as an artist is through vendor markets, art shows, galleries, different things like that. I'm gonna be honest, this method is a little bit more tricky to enter into. You can apply for different galleries, different art shows, but for me personally, I kind of just get invited and then I go. A lot of times you do have to pay to get your booth at a vendor market, but if you can find a company, a event that doesn't require you to pay, honestly I think that's the best, because it takes a lot of money to stock up inventory for these events, to build booths for these events, to just get like things rolling at these events. And so to find something where you don't have to pay $100, $70 vendor fee is very helpful. There are a couple people, companies, I don't know what to call them, organizations. There are a couple people, organizations that I've made connections with that whenever they do need an artist at an event, they kind of just reach out to me, which I'm very grateful for, because at these events it's like you get to meet really cool people and make really good connections, and it doesn't even feel like work, and you make quite a bit of money just being there for like a couple hours a day. So these kinds of things has really been helpful for me making money. And it's not like an everyday thing, every week thing that I do them. Maybe like once a month or once every other month or twice a month. It depends on the month. So it's not a very, at least for me, it's not a very stable source of income, if that makes sense. Unless I know I have events lined up for the month, it's not really that stable, but it's so fun. I love it so much. Okay, so I forgot to film an outro, but those are the ways in which I make money as a digital artist. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more tips like this from me. Follow me on Instagram. I have a plethora of reels and things that kind of give a better outline of how I kind of run my art business and other tips in general. Yeah, I'm gonna go make me some lunch, and I will see you guys next time.